Hello again. Well, let me get this done before I have to go back to work again. So, what is this one? This is Flood Map. Floodgate. That's the name. Floodgate. Right. This is the end of the previous match, which I believe we won. Let me turn the volume down on this speaker before I go insane. One moment, please. There we go. That's much better. Alright. I'm on the red team here. I'm getting ready to switch over to the blue team after about 5 minutes because red's is gonna start outrunning blue really badly. You can see right here I'm idling. I'm just watching the map. You can see the red team spreading out from the core onto their initial little missions that they've chosen for themselves. Since we've got a fair number of people on the team, well, maybe we don't in this case. For some reason, I'm going to the center. I think it's because, yeah, it was because I was delayed. I decided, you know, since I got out of the gate late, there's probably somebody already. Yeah, there is somebody already taking the prime, but nobody's taking the center. So, good enough. I can go take on that job, and I get a lucky shot with the sniper rifle, so I feel good about that. It's nice when I can hit something with the sniper rifle every once in a while because I don't do it all that well. There's the walker. Well, it's not easy to get out of the way of the walker as long as you got cover. He's looking the other way. I can get past him easy enough. All I got to do is get up here and help shoot down the center, and we got people there already for us. So yeah, you can see Reds just marching their way right through this map. We still have the floodgate as well, although there's a good 40-50 seconds on it. And I'm already thinking about maybe I ought to switch sides. Of course, you know. Of course, the big question is, can I switch sides? I can't switch sides unless blue is down a player, or unless the teams are even. Well, I don't think it may not let me do if they're even either, but oh.
Attack the floodgate node.
Yeah, now, you know, I'm figuring, look, it's like a minute and a half into this, and we're already taking down their prime. There's absolutely no defense over here to speak of. Well, there's a Viper there, but he ain't gonna do anything. Yeah, he tried to suicide. He totally missed. Yeah, shot that down. I got help. Yeah, I'm thinking I should probably switch definitely now. Oh, there's an ice cream. I haven't seen him play this for a while. That's good to see. That's good to see people come back and play once in a while. Yeah, now I am thinking about switching. We're 2 men up. There you go. So yeah, I definitely need to switch. Yeah, let me get this. There we go. Now we're on blue. And yeah, I've made it a little bit of a challenge here because blue has lost the entire map and they're 20 points down. So now I'm shooting at my former teammates here, and this is more typical for me with the sniper rifle. Can't hit a thing. I think I winged him right there, but that's as close as I'm going to get. And he's going to take off. Yeah. I figured he's probably lurking up there waiting to nail me, but he's not there. He went forward, so let me grab this health here. And where'd he go? Well, he's gone anyway. It doesn't matter. Let me, okay, so we got our prime, and we're about to lose another flood. It's a little late for me to go do anything with the flood, but I can try to defend the prime. Now there's fire on the prime. Oh, but I've decided to go after the flood, which is a really stupid thing to do. We capped it back, but now while I'm away, we're going to lose our prime. So we should have stayed over there by the prime. I'm fixated on this. I'm fixated on this stealth. What are they? I'm fixated on that nightshade, and then I'm noticing Bob and Novus over there with the flat cannon. So that was complete stupidity there. I should have stayed at the prime. Well, that's what happens. Ah well.
Attack the floodgate.
Now I can't get back to the prime. This is really going to turn out to be a challenge. It's going to be pretty tough to get through this. Get a lucky kill right there with the rocket. That's Bob and Novus. Yeah, there's a good 40 seconds on this, but the orb is lurking around, which is a really dumb thing for them to do. Actually, this is something I don't like to see the orb runner doing is lurking around the floodgate when there's a good 40 or 50 seconds on it. the chances of them holding it, even with the orb there, is just really slim, unless they've got a lot of backup. And if they've got half their team over there holding the floodgate for 40 or 50 seconds, then unless they got some really good people roaming around the rest of the map, they're going to lose the rest of the map. Yeah, we got the center down now. We're probably going to lose this flood unless I can get in there pretty quick. Yeah, we're not going to get that. See, this is when the orb needs to be over here. We're going to lose. Yeah, we lost that 20 points. I think he managed to hold on to it just long enough. That's when the orb should be at the flood. Is when they've got the timer in there and it's down to like 5 or 10 seconds or something. I feel certain this guy has the nuke, and he does. He just fired it off, I believe. Yeah, I think he did. Maybe I dreamed that. I don't know. Yeah, we got the center down again. Yeah, we're doing much better now. It wasn't just me that switched over. Blue picked up another player from somewhere. I think the teams are even at this point, hopefully. I was roaming around on the hard drive the other day, and I came across my install of Tomb Raider Underworld, which has been sitting on my hard drive since about, I don't know, 2009, I think. It's been on there a while. I think the last time I played it was 2 years ago in 2012. Oh god, spiders. I hate spiders. I think the last time I played it was like in 2012. And I've always liked the Tomb Raider series, but I really don't like the way it's developed. There's far too many cutscenes, and they've kind of taken the emphasis off the climbing puzzles, which is really what the game was all about to me. Was making Lara climb around on all these. Oh, this is a nice shot. That's the kind of shot that's an easy shot to make. You know, just shooting somebody with a sniper rifle when they're on their hoverboard. I don't always make those either, but it's a good shot to make because you only have to wing them and it knocks them right off the board. And then you can rush forward and finish them off. I should have been able to get that Viper too, but I didn't dance correctly. I went the wrong way. You can take out that. You can. I should have had an arrow too, which would have been the thing to do. But you can take those things out with a flat cannon. It takes about 2 or 3 shots, but you can do it. The thing is, you got to keep them getting run over before you get there. Red has their orb is lost. He's way out of bounds. Now they're stranded. Their orb way over here. There's absolutely no point in their orb being there. This guy's gonna get shot down. Yeah, I think somebody got him with a sniper rifle. And I'm thinking about staying a guard over this thing, but it's pointless. There's no way Red's gonna get over here and take it back. I might as well get over to our prime because that's where I'm needed. So yeah, I think I'm gonna. I actually finished it. I got on here and I got it up running and said, well, you know, it looks like I'm almost done with the thing somewhere. So. I actually went ahead and finished that game. So I didn't really like it as well as some of the older Tomb Raider games when it was mostly about the puzzles and less of the cutscenes and the backstory of how Lara's an orphan and. You know, her mother died under mysterious circumstances, and she's friends with this I don't know, some kind of demon woman with wings. And this other woman who, you know, it's crazy. You know, I don't know who these people are. You know, I just want to see Lara climb around on buildings and stuff. And you know, and this one, yeah, there were some pretty good puzzles, but they weren't really hard like the old games. You know. Well, actually, you know, they tended to be quite easy quite often. But then every once in a while, I would just get completely stuck. You know, I had no idea what the hell I was supposed to do, and I would just give up on the game and let it sit for about 9 months. And then I'd sit down one day and start playing it again. And say, oh, okay, there you go, and fix it and move on from there. In fact, what was really annoying was that sometimes these puzzles, as far as I can tell. You know, the solution was actually almost seemed like a bug in the program. You know, it was like something that wasn't supposed to happen. You know, and suddenly the game would be like, oh, that was an error. And then when the error was done and over with, you'd gotten past the obstacle or whatever it was. It's, you know, just didn't like that. I might have dreamed that too. I'm not really sure. It's been, you know, like I said, it's been months and months since I've been through these parts of the game. You know. I know I've gotten stuck a few times, but I have always managed to get through. Also, you know, there's an annoying tendency to inadvertently make Lara, you know, jump the wrong way and fall to her death, you know. But that's my fault, you know. I'm just clumsy and just clumsy with the controls, basically. But yeah, that's the kind of I went and ran down a copy of Tomb Raider Anniversary. I'm gonna load that up and see if that's more like the older games of the series. Yeah, and I don't really like when they throw in these sequences where she's, you know, riding a motorcycle or you know, or getting into death matches. There's a lot of death matching in these newer versions of that game. You know, there was always some, but not like this, you know. And it's not really set up for it, you know. The combat isn't really all that interesting, and it's not really what the game is about, I don't think. Oh well. Yeah. Anyway, I got to the end of it, and I decided I'd capture the whole end game and post that as a walkthrough or something, which just because it's halfway interesting, and I'm not really sure if it's been put on YouTube or not, so I thought I'd be the one to do that. Even though this game's been out for years, I'm sure somebody's done it.
I've got the orb.
Oh well. Okay, we're still way behind, aren't we? I think we're gonna stay behind for most of this game, actually. Oh, now we're putting damage on the club. Yeah, we put about 8 points on it. Yeah, there we go. Alright.
Hold still, damn it.
Alright. Okay, yeah, so we got the center, the prime is being built by Red, and there's 30 seconds on this thing, so I feel the need to get in here. And I was going to try to shoot down the flood, but my presence here has now been rendered redundant, and I'm about to get shot down with a flak cannon, which is the thing to do with the Nemesis if you need to kill the Nemesis. One guy with a flak cannon can take down the Nemesis. He just gets up close to it like that and starts dancing around. And as long as he dances correctly and doesn't get nailed too many times with the Nemesis main gun there, he's gonna take that Nemesis down. Red is now pushing back again. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy win for us at all. Oh, and the other nice thing I liked about the Tomb Raider game was that, you know, being that, you know, in the 5 years that this game has been sitting on my hard drive, I have upgraded the hardware on this machine 1 or 2 times, and I can actually run that game at the highest setting, you know, which is something I probably wasn't doing when I first got it. But it does look pretty good.
I have the orb.
Yeah. That's a player called Slimy. He's a noob. Well, he's new to me anyway. I haven't seen him before. He's probably played deathmatch and all kinds of things. I think they were discussing deathmatch or virtual capture the flag or something like that. I think it was on this match or one of the other matches from the same evening when we had people. When we had somebody who wasn't familiar to the server, you know, complaining that, you know, all they're doing is camping the prime in their tank, and I was like, well, yeah, because that's going to allow us. That's going to allow us to win. You see, that's the whole idea, is to win the game. You know, you do what you have to do to win the game, and the whole idea is to get that tank into the prime, and it's not necessarily all that easy to do, you know, because the other team is going to try to stop you. They're gonna kill that tank, or they're gonna take over or they're gonna cap back the tank node and then kill the tank, and then they'll have the tank. You know, it's a matter of paying attention to what's going on throughout the map. You know, you can't see what's going on throughout the whole map, but you do have that little mini map up there. And if you know what's in the map, you can usually mix, and if you know what's in that map, and you can usually make some pretty shrewd guesses as to what the other team might be up to at this point. For example, the other team is probably more worried about the center right now than they are about the flood. There goes the red orb, and he's not headed for the flood. He's headed for the center. And this is really annoying. I'm going to get into a little duel with him with the shock rifle, and he's going to quickly figure out that I can't shoot worth a hill of beans, and he's just going to take off and ignore me. And boy, that's annoying. I'm going to get out the sniper rifle and I'll show you. I'll get the last second desperation shot, and miss him completely. Okay, but somebody else is going to do me the favor of killing him on the stairs there, and I'm going to do the decent thing and suicide on the orb. So that was pretty annoying. I felt cheated and robbed and insulted, but you know that's what you run into. You know, it just comes with not being very good with the sniper rifle or not having your controls set up. I'd really like to know how some of these people get so good with the sniper rifle. You know, I'm sure they're not aimbotting. That would just be wrong. But you know, there's something going on with the control setups, or you know, it's not. I'm sure it. I'm doing something wrong with the controls. I'm pretty sure. And it may well turn out to be that you know the right thing to do is not something I'm going to want to do, because if it's about running at some ungodly. If it's about running at some ungodly mouse setting where I have to move my arm, you know, like a yard and a half to turn around, I'm really not going to want to do that. I mean, I'm late. Oh, recovered the orb, although it probably wasn't the best thing. Oh no. Well, I'm going to take it to the center because we just tagged the flood, and the center's going red. So I'd really like to get that center back. There's only one guy back here, and he's almost, well, he's out of the way anyway, good enough. Okay, didn't lose a hit point doing that. I bet there's spiders over here, or something. No spiders. Okay, let me see if I can get this guy down before he whips out his Avril. No, that's Holsing, okay.
The enemy prime node.
The walker's over there, I have to get out of his way and jump up here, just in case that nuke is there, and it is for once. And notice that it's not showing up on the mini-map. I suspect that my setting to have it inform me about the nuke has been turned off. It does that mysteriously once in a while. I must have inadvertently. Oh, let me see. Well, that's a pointless exercise because because that's not really a good position to recover the orb from anyway. Probably should have ignored him. Okay, I have to get to the flood. Because I've been negligent about it, and it's gotten down to 13 points while I was screwing around, playing around with something else. Now I've screwed up completely, and I'm probably not going to get there. I really should have gotten off my board when it said, yeah, there's no way I'm getting there now. Yeah, so we're going to lose another 20 points. I could have made it to the flood in the time that I had there, but being distracted and taking the wrong route. So I'm just going to take it to the enemy prime. Get on it before they kill you. Oh yeah, you don't want to screw around. When you get that close to the node, it's usually best just to go ahead and cap it. You know, it's there's a temptation to stand there and hold it with the orb and just build on it and shit, but far too often you're doing that and somebody just comes up right behind you and just whacks you while you were trying to build it, and then it doesn't get built because they knock you down and then they tactic. So it's usually better just to cap it. It's also a good idea to get down off the board if you're not real sure what's coming up, like right there, because you're going to end up getting knocked off your board, and then you're just a sitting duck. So that, you know, that orb run failed completely just because I wanted to ride the board all the way in, you know, going around corners, coming up some steps like that. Someone else picked up the orb. I'm gonna let them run and take this vehicle. I'll probably check for the nuke again. Sure, this is kind of a dangerous side to do that from too. It's not there, of course. Let me get over here before this guy. Yeah, he's got it there. Yeah, but I'm gonna recover. Well, let me get over here before he gets another shot. Don't think I can recover that orb. Maybe I can help out the orb there. But I can recover the orb and tap with it. There we go. That's
the enemy prime node.
Don't know if I can. Yeah, I think all the rest are down too. We're still way behind, with about 4.5 minutes left to go on this. Oh, but maybe we can start putting some damage on the core. It's a little bit worrying that we haven't put any damage on the core up to this point. They've taken their prime back and they're about to get another flood on us, which is not the thing we really want to have happen right now, because we are getting a little short on the score there. Oh, we got that nuke again. Let me get up there, and I've got a job for that nuke, because we really need to bring that flood node down very quickly. Let me check both ways. Don't just shoot it off and not look. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, liquefied. Yeah, he's been on there the last few days. He's a very good. Another one of these people that can hit you with the sniper rifle every time. Suspiciously good with the sniper rifle, you might say. In a manner of speaking. Not to imply anything. I would never imply that these people are using aimbots. I wouldn't do that. It wouldn't be right. It's just, I would just say that they are, good to the point where you might wonder. But no, I've only got 9 hit points. This is really dumb. And this guy has no idea that I want him to tow me to the prime. Going completely the wrong way. Well, let me see if I can get to the prime with my 9 hit points and no escort. Well, this guy's gonna run ahead of me, right? That's good of him. Let me pick up a few extra hit points. And see, there's a red right there. I probably ain't gonna make this. There's a red up on top. Yeah, I didn't think I'd make that. Liquefied with the sniper rifle. Yeah, what else? Of course. Of course. Pure skill. There's no aimbots here. No! No. That's a paranoid thought. There's no aimbots. None. None. Don't even think that. It's true there aren't. It's true there aren't. I really do believe that. I don't think any of these people are running aimbots. Well, if they are, they haven't been seen because, I've said that before. Reputedly, it's not really that hard to spot an aimbot if you're spectating, but people do spectate these matches regularly. And if they saw something, they sure was aimbotting, I'm sure they'd see it. I have seen 1 or 2 things that I kind of thought were suspicious at the time, and maybe they were. I don't know. But really, I think overwhelmingly most of these people that shoot you all the time with a sniper rifle, it's just because they're good. You know, they're good and they figured out a set of controls that work for them. And I'm sure, I'm thinking it's most likely has got to do with that set of mouse settings where you have to move your hand about 4 feet to turn around. You know, you get this, and I just don't want to do that. Oh god, this thing, I hate this. I hate it when this happens. You're on foot, you're just too slow to get away from the motherfucker, but I did manage to shoot him down, but now his buddy and the Viper's gonna get me. Oh, no, it was Kronos with a rocket launcher, damn it. Okay. Yeah, it is pretty difficult to cap anything on foot in this map. Although I would say it's not as hard as it is on some maps, but because you do have all these structures around to get cover with, so it's not so bad really. But you get on here with a team that's used to the map and they know where everything is, and they'll just lie in wait in little corners and wait for you to come by the route that they know you're gonna take. Oh, that's our Nightshade. Let me heal him up a little bit. We're still way behind. We managed to put another 20 points off their core, but we're pretty good ways behind. The red orb's lurking over there somewhere. I can see the glow. I'm gonna go looking for it. Is it up here? Yeah, there it is. There's somebody standing over it. Well, that's a good place for him.
Tentacle retracted.
All right, I'm gonna start heading in the general direction of the core. We're putting damage on it again, but we're still not putting a whole lot on it. There's a good shot, but that's not really the shot I wanted to make. This is the shot I wanted to make, and I'm totally missing him. Yeah, that's Slimy. Yeah, he's a good player, actually, I thought. And now once again, I've been ignoring the flood, and they're down to 8 seconds, and it doesn't look real likely that I'm going to get there in time. If nothing goes wrong, no, I'm not going to make that. I can see I'm not going to. Yeah, we're going to totally lose that 20. That's a 20 points we really didn't need to lose right there. And I really had no business hanging around afterwards either. I should have went straight for the prime. Maybe I was trying to go straight for the prime. I often criticize other people. Why didn't you move it? Why didn't you haul ass out of there? Well, it's not always a straight line proposition. There may be some guy with a gun in that straight line, and you don't really want to run straight into him. This is another thing. I probably should have went the other way when I seen these guys, but the overwhelming temptation is to mow down anybody in your way. But you tend to get the orb runner killed when you do that. Not in this case. We did luck out a little bit, but now we're gonna put some damage on it. I think this is gonna be the end of the match, even almost. Yeah, Fun Times is up here too. That's him to the right, I believe. I think that's Fun Times. And we're going to link up and get some amplification going on the link gun there. And that's going to be the, well, that's just going to do it right there.
Defend the
Yeah,
primary.
yeah, that's going to do it right there. We'll just time it out from there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's a nice way to finish, actually. We might actually finish up with a nuke here, but nah, it's almost over now. It's going to time down pretty quick. Because we got almost the whole map anyway.
Red core is
So
under
yeah,
attack.
their core is going to tick down pretty good. Well, they could still win this though, actually. Our score ain't too damn high either,
Grab
but
new ore.
it's just going to tick
Red
down.
core is under attack. Red
Just
core
about.
is heavily damaged.
I'm just going to go over.
Red core
Yeah, I
is
don't have
critical.
time to get anywhere else. I'm just going to go over here and just cause trouble over the
Defend
flood.
the
Oh, that'll do it.
primary.
All right. Well, post one
Red
if you did.
core is critical. Tentacle deployed. Tentacle deployed.